Hey, what's going on? It's Tessa. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, thank you so much for watching. Today, I'm just gonna make a really short video on some last minute Valentine's gift ideas. And honestly, I'm doing this video because my sister called me last night and was like, you need to think of some Valentine's gift ideas because we don't know what we're gonna do this year. And it just made me think, well, David and I have really never done Valentine's gifts, but we always like go out to a dinner and have time together, and that's not really a possibility this year. So I'm just gonna give you a handful of girls gifts, guys gifts, but honestly, every single one of these is unisex. And then at the end, I'm gonna tell you how to pick out some good flowers. So throwing in a tip there. Okay, ladies first, here's a roundup of what I think are foolproof gift ideas for the ladies. The first of which would be, obviously, skincare moment, a face mask. Now this is a Youth to the People face mask. It's a clean product. It is like award-winning. Sephora carries it, pretty much everywhere carries it, but the consistency, so good. And it's also a jar. So it says like, this is not a one-time use. I thought of you for the long haul. Maybe you guys can do a skincare night together. Number two, this is a diptyque candle, so a little bit of a higher price point if you're wanting to splurge a little bit more. But the thing about these candles is that they just last forever. Like, you can light them, obviously wait till they melt all the way to the side and then blow it out. You know, there's a form to this. But the scent is so amazing that when you blow it out, the room, it just still carries in the room. Like if you walk in the next day, it still smells like that in the room. So diptyque is one of my favorites. Side note, Byredo is really good too, but diptyque is like more tried and true, and the bottles are just, spaces are just classic. Like they just look good, minimal, chic in the space. Number three, Byredo scent. Technically, again, this scent is unisex, but this is a little bit of a lighter scent compared to the one that I'm gonna mention later. It's a splurge, but it's a really good splurge, and it's really long lasting. And also, again, branding, chic, minimal, beautiful. Okay, number four is this PJ set. Now I included this one because it's top, bottom, and a eye mask. It's really nice to have a nice PJ set. So just think about it. I thought this one was really cute. It's like tie-dye-ish. Number five is this Zoe Chico bracelet. I have a few of them, and this is probably the highest price point for the ladies. It's so pretty. I honestly, so I've had two for probably 2.5 years. I'll show you what they look like. I included this new one because I thought it was so cute. But I have a couple. I have this little star one and then a key one, and they're just so minimal, so cute. I've worn mine in the ocean, in the shower. I honestly have never taken mine off since I've gotten them. Okay, for the sentimental, like this would make my whole life. This photo frame I thought was so cute, and like no matter what your household style is, I thought it would look really good. And also it's a really inexpensive price point, so you could get this like plus something else, or this plus a bottle of wine or something like that, and just print a cute picture or a note or a poem or a drawing or something and put it in this frame. Like, that is heartfelt. That is really sweet. Okay, last one for the ladies. These are like everyone's favorite slippers right now. I just threw them in. We're all at home. They're cute. No, you're not gonna like feel bad about yourself when you're wearing these. So anyways, that's the roundup for the ladies. We're gonna move on to the men's. Okay, moving on to men's. First, I put Replicas by the Fireplace scent. Now this I've smelled on both women and men. It smells so good. But the reason I put it under men is because it's more of like a musky wooden scent. Like it's a deeper, heavier scent, and not all girls love that. But this scent is so good, and like a little bit goes a long way. So whether you get the small one or the big one, it's really, really good. And the packaging, the branding is fantastic. I mean, I don't know if I choose things anymore because it's great or because of the branding, but this one is both, so it's a winner. Okay, the next one is a Patty Wax candle. Again, this one kind of has a heavier scent. This is a brand new one, and the price point isn't crazy, but I don't know about other guys, but like in our room on our dresser, we each have like a section. Over on his side, he has like wedding rings, cologne, like that kind of stuff. I like to have like another extra little thing, because on the girls side it's all packed out. On the men's side they could literally have like one cologne and maybe a piece of jewelry if they even wear jewelry. So I feel like this just like completes the section. Okay, now this one I threw into the men's section, but who am I kidding? This one was maybe for me. This is a box of sour candies. I've also seen that they have the ones that are just like gummies or chocolates or whatever, but it's an assortment pack. It just wouldn't be Valentine's Day if candy wasn't involved, so I had to throw this one in there. This is like no explanation needed. No one's gonna be pissed that you got them an assorted box of candy. And if they are, that says more about them than it does about you. All right? All right. Okay, I didn't really put many clothing items on here because I feel like it's a huge risk, and depending on people's style and stuff, you just never know whether it's gonna be a winner or not. For the guys, I threw in this baseball hat. I just thought, honestly, I could get it for like my dad, my husband, my brother. I think a lot of different people would like this one. I think it's cool, kind of retro looking. The colors are really good, and it's unique. It's not like, hey, I bought you the LA Dodger hat because I live in LA. Nothing wrong with that, but this just feels a little different. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then I included this game. I don't know how much like a game it is or more of like talking points, but I included the We're Not Really Strangers game, and they do have like an extension pack for relationships and stuff like that. But I just think this is so cool because it sets like intentional time where you're sitting down asking meaningful, thought-provoking questions. Honestly, games in general would be great. Like we played 5 Crowns, Roomy Cube, like all that kind of stuff. But I love this one because Valentine's Day is intentional for relationships. It's where like you will sit down, have a glass of wine, look each other in the eye, like say what you mean to each other, all those like mushy-gushy feelings. This is the perfect game to pull out the right talking points and questions and stuff like that, because sometimes, I don't know, who always knows the right questions to ask? This one I added because I feel like this is just something that every guy would be like, oh, you know what? Guys love gadgets. I love shoes and handbags. Guys like the new tech gadgets and toys. This is a wireless charging pad for like AirPods, phone, iPad, whatever. And this is just gonna be a winner. Okay, this is the last one, an espresso machine. And this is cool because whether you put it in your kitchen, or I've seen a lot of people recently like putting this if they have a little extra shelving space in their bedroom or whatever, putting it in their room. That way it's just a part of like the morning routine. Get up, turn on the Nespresso, go brush your teeth, blah, 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 come back, grab it. It's like a little luxurious piece. And I also included this because a lot of times couples like want to team up and like pair up and get a gift for each other that they can both use. I thought this was a good idea. And there's like a million different versions of this, but I just included one on here because I feel like it was a good gift. Okay, moving on to how to order flowers that aren't embarrassing. And I don't know, at the risk of sounding a little judgmental, I'm very opinionated and get discouraged very quickly based on the flowers that someone picks out for me, because I think it says a lot about how much effort you put in. But I'm just gonna give you like an easy way to not make your significant other feel like you got the bundle from Ralph's or Safeway that was just there and you just grabbed it and went on your merry way and handed it to them. This will feel more intentional. Tip number 1, find 2 bundles that look like they complement each other. So maybe there's like a greens assortment pack plus a neutrals pack that has like whites, maybe like a pale color, pale green, pale yellow, pale pink, not all together, but like one of them. And then you pick out both of those and you bring them to the florist and you say, can you combine these? Okay, tip number 1, got it? 2, bundle together. Tip number 2, buy a vase with it. It means so much more if it's already given to you in the vase than in the store-bought triangular plastic that you have to take in. And it's always one of those things, like if you're a girl, especially if somebody's picking you up or they're brought to you, you're like, do I leave talking to you right now to go put them in a vase? Or is it rude if I set them here for a while we're talking? Or if we're about to go somewhere, do I have to go put them in the kitchen right now and like cut the stems and put the flower food in there and now I'm making you wait. So I don't, is every girl in their head like that? I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely am. Tip number 3, I'm gonna give you some flowers that if you're just like going to a florist or you're calling someone on the phone and you're saying, hey, I wanna get my girlfriend some flowers, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. When I'm ordering flowers for things, I always say, hey, I'm gonna order a bouquet. Sorry, 1, here's my price point. 2, we're gonna go no baby's breath and no carnations. And here's why. Nothing wrong with baby's breath and or carnations. In fact, they can be done quite cool. However, for the bouquet that you are likely buying from like a grocery store or a florist or something like that, they're just putting all that filler stuff in there to make it look more full. But it looks more intentional and less cheap if you just don't include those things. And you could be paying the same amount, but if you just don't include those, it'll, just trust me on it, trust me on it. Then say the color scheme. If you're gonna just do a bundle of red roses, like get a ton of them. If you show up with like a half dozen, it just says like, I didn't know what else to do and I had $10. Like if that's the case, like buy a huge thing of greenery and put it in a little vase and make it look like big and cool. Because otherwise it just looks sad. Lastly, don't get every color of the rainbow. Like just keep it simple. If you're gonna get pinks, like you can do a couple of different pinks in there or something like that, but don't go wild with the roses that are lavender, yellow, pink, white. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Gotta keep it simple for Valentine's Day. In fact, I don't know when the appropriate occasion would be for a rainbow assortment of roses that always will have a bunch of baby's breath in it. But anyways, that's my advice. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe, and tell me what you want to see next. I film weekly videos. So that's it. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much.